Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 14th episode of Breach of Etiquette, your Legend of the Five Rings podcast. I'm Manji. With me today, as ever, is Peter Mindertsma and Daniel Landrum.
Hey, guys.
And this is our first episode in quite a little while.
Yes it is.
I wonder who we should talk to about that.
It's almost like there was nothing interesting happening in this environment.
Whoa. Let's dial back to the fucking artillery.
So that's apparently the tone of this episode. So let's. I guess we could just go with that.
So, what we are going to talk about is the release of 20 festivals, the new Legend of the Five Rings core set. When we record this episode, the set is roughly 2 days away from Stronghold store release. We are being told that stores are receiving their ordered copies from distributors, so it seems like after a very long wait, the set is finally out.
Da, 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 da.
Man, is it January already?
Wait.
So,
The sodium content of this episode is very high.
you got some heart medication for that heartburn, son?
What? I'm just, AEG is a great company. I mean, deeds and words, right? I mean, deeds, not words.
So,
Okay.
let's start off by talking about kotei season, which has been going on now for a little over a month. Week 5 was last weekend. This upcoming weekend will be the first with 20 festivals legal cards.
Mm-hmm.
And Mantis have kind of been running away with things.
I think Crane, won 2.
Crane have won 3.
Wait, no. Dragon won Knitting Style.
Dragon won 1.
I swear Dragon won another one. Maybe, no.
There was a Dragon on Dragon finals in the first week.
I thought Dragon beat Balthus last week at Sacramento.
What? I thought it was someone else. I thought it was like...
It was either Dragon or Crane that beat Balthus.
Colot Informant has the...
Boo-ba-da-boo.
Regardless, there is a very strong deck running around in Ivory Strict events that is based around Mantis, naval actions, and large followers. Cough.
Funny thing when you don't really have an answer to going second when you're supposed to be going first. Well, there is one now.
I'm
It's
not
a
certain
rare
what that
now?
sentence was.
Yes, those were words.
They were words.
Crane versus Mantis final. Okay, so it was Crane that won, so yeah.
So, yeah, Crane have gotten 3. Mantis have gotten...
3? Because Balthus has won 2.
Balthus won 2. Another guy won 1 with Balthus's deck, right?
Or the deck. Yeah, the one that won Atlanta versus Crab.
Scorpion got second.
Where?
Was with the East Coast event. David Lapp got second with Scorpion. I don't know who beat him.
Oh, Palmer.
Right,
Palmer playing Mantis.
So Mantis have more than Crane.
Yeah.
Mantis have 4.
It's time for that mid kotei season errata already. It's crazy.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about that, but I think with the Ivory format largely being over with at this point, it's not going to happen.
We will now say praise and homage to our new Phoenix Overlords as they continue to just blitz on her like it ain't a thing.
So someone has been playing a lot on Untap. His name is Daniel.
What? Untap and Sun and Moon.
He's been
Plug for both.
Prepping for the upcoming kotei we're going to this weekend, the Oklahoma City kotei run by John Akey. The event looks to be pretty interesting. It's the first weekend that 20 festivals will be legal. Mm-hmm. It is in the 20 festivals ARC format, which will be Ivory Edition up to 20 festivals. So,
Well, I thought they were doing 20 festivals without it already, but they were just allowing proxies.
Yes. No.
The 20 festivals is proxy legal from the 27th of March up until
April 13th.
Yeah, the actual normal store release date. So for the next two weeks,
Yes.
it's proxy legal.
Okay, I thought they were already doing proxy legality.
No.
No.
Okay.
Proxy Legality
What?
starts this weekend, and then
Never mind.
Because we've been doing proxies, but we do proxies no matter what.
No, I know that, but that's our local thing. But it's like one of the things. Why would you start? This is something that boggles my mind. Why would you start the kotei season and not, allow the set that's supposed to be part of the kotei into the kotei when you start it?
when people were bidding on Kotei, we didn't know when the set was coming out.
No, I understand that, but
I mean, like that's the real deal. Like
When people were bidding on Kotei, it was the assumption that the set would actually release in, January, February, not March.
not end of March.
Yeah.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if proxy legality is only just now starting,
Well, because the set didn't actually hit Oracle until mid-March, early March.
it's been out longer than that.
No.
I don't think it's been out a month yet.
No. Whenever the people started posting the Twitter updates,
That was February. We didn't get the set drop until early March.
yeah, because it was 2 or 3 days after people started posting pictures online.
Okay.
Hey, let's go ahead and just give you the entire set.
Well, like they were posting the pictures from the packs they
Yeah.
got for the Twitter contest. But regardless, I do think the Kotei season is going to be very interesting. There's, for the first time in a very long time, multiple tournament formats for the Kotei season. You're going to be running into, by and large, 20 festivals arc. But those of you coming to the Austin Kotei and those going to the Anchorage Kotei are going to be playing 20 festivals extended, which is everything except 7 strongholds.
And those of you going to Chicago, 20 festivals strict. Only.
Yes.
Wow, somebody's actually going to do a strict one.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike
Somebody's
Colson's
like,
event.
I don't want you guys to have to buy product. Just play the game.
Yep.
Because it's within the proxy legality.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like one of those things. Like, okay, I mean, I get it's a base set and all, but
It is notably not a base set. We had this discussion earlier. It is part of the overall Ivory legality block.
Except for,
It's kind of like how Magic does varying size of sets. Like they'll do like big set, small set, or small, big, or something like that. The Tarkir block had big, small, big. And big sets are like 100 cards or so larger than small sets. In this case, 20 festivals is the size of a base set, but it is not a new edition.
no. It has its own legality. It's kind of a new edition.
Sort of. The new legality rules are intense, is the word I'm going to use.
Is that the word you're going to use?
It is the word I'm going to use.
Okay.
The fact is, it is, I think, pretty confusing that sets rotate very quickly. And it seems like with today's announcement about the strongholds that will be legal to use and extended, we're moving to like a 1 year rotation on strongholds.
Yeah, because none of the old strongholds were bugged for,
Well, none of the cards and coils, brigades, or aftermath are bugged for 20 festivals either.
Oh, sure.
None of the senseis in Ivory are bugged for 20 festivals, but you can still use the 20 festival or the coils for aftermath of the senseis in Ivory. You just can't use the strongholds.
Don't talk about the senseis. They might take them away. They'd be like, whoa, hey, what are you doing? That's an Ivory sensei. Get that out of here. We don't like Ivory. Ivory's a bad word.
so let me
You
go
just
ahead.
like wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Is that what happened?
I'm just saying that
You're just
when
full of salt and vinegar.
there's my cereal and there's AEG taking a big steaming pile in it and then serving it up to me and saying, here you go, with a smile.
So
What
All
they
right.
could have done, which would have been more logical, would have been to make all the Coils monks loyal, because that was the big issue of why they had to ban the Dragon 20 Festivals stronghold. Instead of saying, hey, instead of Dragon only having one stronghold for extended, we're going to make it where everyone only has one stronghold, because we want to be slightly fair.
So I'm pulling up the stronghold list here, and
it's all the 20 festival strongholds except for Dragon, who have to use their Ivory stronghold.
right,
Well, technically Scorpion and Manus have the same stronghold because theirs didn't get
But
changed.
notably, they say 20 festivals.
they do.
Yeah.
These are all bugged except for the dragon one. These are all single bugged for 20 festivals.
Well, yes, because that's when they were released.
Yes.
But if I wanted to play with
and
the
they
old,
and they won't be legal. I guess if this is going to be the way we do it going forward, they won't be legal in Onyx Extended next year.
which
That is the way that it is looking. Yes.
wow.
So, well, yeah. Again, they're single bugged.
well, sure.
Well, it's
I mean, they might
it's
reprint
a
them
weird
again.
thing because in L5R legalities past, multiple strongholds were kind of normal.
Yeah.
In Celestial Edition, you would have like everybody gets a stronghold in the core set, and then each expansion had an additional stronghold. So by the end of the first year, you had 2 strongholds to choose from. And then by the end of the second year of CE, you had 3.
no, you had 2 with your base set, and then,
All right, 2 at the base set, 1
and
additional,
then 1 additional.
and then the 4th came out in the second year.
Yeah, and then some people got 5 clans or 6 clans strongholds.
If they'd be in the dual bugged block. But the so it's weird to me. I thought one of the when I originally went for extended, one of the things I really wanted to have happen was that multiple stronghold decision, because I think there's legitimate choices for the clans that have to make it. Like Crane, you have a military stronghold, you have an honor stronghold. And like the Ivory stronghold works way better with Akagi Sensei, but they've gotten dueling Sensei and like Suikihime Sensei and stuff like that works way better with an honor box.
Oh, and Hakuseka Sensei is pretty good for honor dishonor.
Yeah, so I felt it was like an interesting kind of choice. Do you what senseis do you partner with? What strongholds? The real issue was that the 20 Festivals Dragon Stronghold allowed for potentially 12 force with a holding turn 1 by starting the Ring of Earth, because the 20 Festivals Dragon Stronghold and Extended allowed you to run all of the Coils of Madness monks who enter play free if you control a given ring.
Sure.
This would ignore the out-of-clan costs that a lot of them would have to pay, and it was nipped in the bud today, but in a way that I think limits deck construction a lot. I think Crab, for example, like you have a super unit stronghold and you have a swarm stronghold. And I think they both offer some interesting options. And Crab's tournament win in the Winter Court season was with the Global Force Bump stronghold.
Well, it's because the other stronghold wasn't legal.
But I'm just saying, like, there's you have guys in your Ivory Core set who are built around having that as a thing, like Hida Sayuki.
Yeah, Sayuki always was 5 force for 4 gold with the stronghold on. But I think,
Whereas, or you could go, no, I want to go CUNY guys. I'm going to run the Daigo Sensei, and I'm going to run the Unit Straighten Stronghold because that's way better for super units. It was, I feel like I tend to err on the side of like more cards mean more choices. And the real problem was with Dragon. I really didn't feel like Crane or Crab or Lion really had that much impact. But there is the counterpoint of 2 clans already just didn't get a new stronghold. Period.
well, if you really look at it, Lion didn't get a new stronghold. They just got 1 word removed from their stronghold ability.
No, many things changed in their box.
It targets a samurai versus target a Lion Clan samurai. And it's still 737 versus a 937.
Yes.
Yes. So the only thing that changed was you can target any samurai now, not just your Lion Clan samurai.
Which does make it better.
And then the Unicorn Stronghold, nobody would run the 20 Festival Stronghold over the Irish Stronghold because it actually gets 5 gold turn 1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Which they learned with the Crane box that apparently, extra gold at the beginning helps out a lot.
Right. Well, the real problem with the Crane box is that it had a 6 starting honor, and starting on turn 2 it had extra gold.
Yeah.
It had 9 gold turn 2, which is usually what Unicorn might have. But it went first to Unicorn.
Yeah, it went first to Unicorn and Dragon and Crab and Manus and Scorpion and Spider. The Spider box is pretty much a straight upgrade as well.
Spider box is an upgrade. The Phoenix box probably is a better upgrade versus depending upon what kind of combination. See, the Phoenix box I see actually would be like the Crab box. You could either go blend Yojimbo Shigenjas with the old one, or you can just go straight.
Well, the old box gives you a lot more consistency on spells too.
Yeah.
So like the Phoenix box allowed for more consistency. Like I just feel like there was some interesting choices to be made.
Sure.
And it did kind of suck that Mantis and Scorpion wouldn't get those kind of choices. But I feel like kind of removing the decision or forcing it on the clans, it doesn't make the format as open as I had thought it would be.
True. But again,
I will trade that to not have the format overrun by Free Monk Blitz. That is a trade I will make.
or Free Monk Enlightenment, because that would be hilarious.
Free Monk anything would have been just wrecking everything.
So you basically
Let's
just
see.
we guarantee a dragon a win. I think throw him a bone.
All right, so looking through these, so Unicorn didn't actually change except for the gold. The
No,
starting gold.
their cycle ability is not only on the first turn.
Yes,
You can-
their cycle ability on their going second side is once per game, not once per first turn,
Oh, okay.
or not a second time per game.
Crane got a different stronghold. They have an
Yes.
honor stronghold now.
Phoenix got a different
and-
box. Crab got a different box.
Let's see. Okay, so Crane, control personality, gain 2 honor, and you have a +5 lobby bonus. When going second, you get a +1 personal honor and +5
The
lobby bonus.
trait is the same on both
Yeah.
Crane boxes, but the ability is different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dragon, after all players reveal stronghold, search fate deck for non-void ring.
The only change to the Dragon box is that you can recruit out of Clan Monks.
Also, Yodo Sensei no longer blanks the dragon box.
Correct.
Going second,
Extended.
+1 personal honor,
So it's a
+1
bonus.
hand size.
Play Yodo Sensei with rings.
Oh, and it. Oh,
Any
I don't.
sensei.
I don't. Actually, on the dragon one, I don't see. anything about the
Monastery's
monks.
ability explicitly is blanked if
This trade is blank if
Yeah.
a sensei removes the ability.
whereas the Ivory Edition Stronghold isn't.
Whereas, so apparently they're planning Yodo Sensei and a Dragon Stronghold that actually has an action apparently on Onyx.
Yeah.
Which is some forethought that I.
See.
Assuming the legality system stays the same.
I kind of like. I kind of like how the dragon one, like dragon going second, completely counteracts Scorpion going second.
It just zeroes out, so I have a 8
Well,
hand.
no.
promise.
Listen. Dragon going second.
I have +1/+1.
Yes.
Yes.
Scorpion going second is -1.
Yeah, but you'll never
So-
get both of them.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like one of those things. It's
That'd be
like
sweet, though. That would be a fun term. Like, everybody use the going second side of their Stronghold.
I think in Siege. No, in Siege, all the players go first.
Yeah, you use the going first side.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the Siege box only has one side.
Yeah.
See, Menace. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Mantis, Scorpion are unchanged.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lion gave your target a post samurai force bonus equal to his personal honor. Second side +2 personal honor, and your stronghold has tireless.
Yeah, that's actually the big change for
Oh, that's
Lion
true.
is-
Oh,
In the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, getting your Stronghold in the mirror is that was a pretty big deciding factor.
Spider Fear 3 still.
For 4 going second.
Yeah, when going second, +1 province strength. Fear is +1, and
It's got
refill.
better province strength, didn't it?
It's 9
Nine.
province strength
Yeah, it's
versus. Going first is 8, I think,
8.
right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, they
In the
they,
mirror.
they got an upgrade completely on province strength because they were 7 and 8, and now they're 8 and 9.
And the Fear's a Fear 4.
Yeah, it's a Fear 3 and then Fear 4, and it still has the,
But the-
refill your province at
Yeah.
one
But the
third of
dynasty
destroyed.
affects the first, not your choice.
Refill the first province during your dynasty phase.
Which
Yes.
I've had to correct a lot of people about.
Yep. Phoenix.
Wildly different.
Let's see.
The trait's
Dynasty
the same on
phase.
both,
Recruit
and the
target
stats
dead,
for
not
one
discarded.
second.
Phoenix clan personality. Okay, so it's got resurrect.
Yeah, so it's
Phe-
resurrection.
Phoenix resurrection. All right.
Yep, and
That's-
then
that's
the
thematic.
going second side is nuts.
Going second +1.
Why is it nuts?
Because -2 to proclaim
The clan
So go-
discount returns.
Yep.
for Phoenix only.
For Phoenix only.
Hey, eventually, when we get the.
If their guys are dead.
Yeah, if their guys are dead.
And you know what they have to do is that you pay 4 gold. Bow I make this guy dead.
That's
Yeah.
really expensive to kill a guy in your discard pile.
4 gold, really? Repeatable?
Yeah, 4 gold's a lot of gold, dude.
4 gold is. Okay.
Let's see.
4 gold is chump change for most clans.
Yeah,
Phoenix
Scorpion
is not
says-
really poor.
Yeah, so Scorpion stay the same. Crab.
Wildly different.
Straighten target opposed
Crab
personality.
get kind of shattered peaks.
Straighten his attachments if your army has fewer units than the opposing army. Going second, +2 strength, and
So hear me out.
stronghold ability is
Just
tireless.
run like all the plus chi items on a dude, and then like all the spells, and just load up that guy in Party Rock.
And then when they bow you in the open phase, you're sad.
That's why you run like
make
4
sure you
Ring
have
of
a-
Air
yeah,
and just cheat.
Or actually, then that's when you run Honda Razor's Edge. You'd be like, "What you got, son? Move it,
Boom.
straighten."
Boom.
And you were like, "That's a crappy card. I can't believe you."
I mean, it's not CE or Emperor move.
Well, yeah, because C and Emperor move is too
But
good for
straighten
this
the unit.
environment.
It's straight in the
They didn't
unit.
straighten the unit. They straightened the personality.
All the move in that people ran straight in the unit.
Broken Alliance didn't straighten the unit. Rumors Travels didn't straighten the unit.
Both of those were meta cards. Anything that was like pure move in, straight in the unit.
There wasn't just pure move in.
Yeah, there was. There was.
Charging the Danger wasn't straightened unit. It was straightened to dude.
It wasn't like, couldn't that only target like a huge dude anyway?
No, he's if you're target someone that's assigned there, move them there and straighten them, or target someone with base 7 force, move them there and straighten them there. But it didn't straighten the unit. It was like Deep Root style cards for Oni and Berserkers. By the way, give me back my Oni and Berserkers at 7 force, please.
Oni could like, I really want Oni to be good.
I don't want Crab to be good.
There's like 3 Oni though.
Like, what do we do? What did Crab do that we're getting?
Look at your face.
What?
Your face is on camera.
My face is in
The
incredulity.
Hitakuon face.
I ain't.
This is the face he makes
Okay.
whenever he thinks about having turned to Hitakuon. Look at it. Look at it, internet. This is why crap
But you know what?
players are paying in Ivory.
Emperor Edition was. You're supposed to pay this edition afterwards.
You had the best non-unique in the game in Emperor.
He was CE.
Oh my god.
He was a CE personality.
Oh my
He
god.
was just dual bugged.
Oh my god.
You know what?
Alright. Oh, shit.
And you had the best stronghold, and yours got banned.
Alright.
Nakaru didn't get banned,
It's because Nakara wasn't good enough.
despite the fact that he like single-handedly chokeslammed Kensai out of the format.
No, the turn 2, take 2 slammed Kensai out of the format.
No, but what kept them out was Nakaru. See, this is why you suck in Ivory.
Because we can't have nice things, apparently.
I mean, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can. Are you ready for this? There's a way.
Play Phoenix or Manus
Or Lion.
or Lion. I don't know, Lion aren't doing so well.
That's because Lion have a weird weakness right now where they're really good if you know your field. And if you don't know your field, they're gonna go like 3-3 or
Maybe
2-2.
I could see 4-3 or 4-2 and then just not make the cut.
Or make the cut and lose in the
play-in.
top 8.
Anything that just kills naked things just wrecks Lion.
Because I'm like, well, I'd really like to have followers, but nope.
You could run followers, but you don't want to.
No, I mean, I do. I just can't, which is a very different thing.
What's this can't?
Like, Lion Gold is weird because with Rich Vein,
With
And
Swana
Swana
Dojo
Dojo.
and Coppermine and the Blessing, you can suck a big old bag and you know what. You could have good gold, you just don't want to have good gold.
So there's a card I just came across that was interesting. So Call of Battle.
Oh, Call of Thunder? Or Call of Battle? Yeah.
Call of Battle. Thunder
Target-
open. Target your personality. Your target personality may assign even if he is
there's
now
your answer to
this turn.
control.
After the next time this turn he assigns, straighten his unit.
Oh, man, that's good defense card. I'm like,
It's a comment too.
It was in my first iteration of the deck, but then I cut it because I'm like, I got Conquerors.
Of Mantis?
Yes. I might have to put that back in for sudden movements.
Well, control says your guy won't straighten or won't straighten in the
Straighten.
After the next time this turn he assigns, straighten his unit.
control, then it doesn't
But
get
my follower, my follower straightens on my turn, and my follower is 5 force. So that's almost problem checking by itself.
Yeah, and it isn't open, so you can use this on their turn as well.
Like, I'll totally have my trained horseman go take a province from you while my dude's bowed. Suck it, control. All right, then. That is... Because that helps the honor as well.
Oh my god.
That's good.
What's that? That's from Celestial.
I don't know if I can do naval on
let's
a
see.
bowed dude. It doesn't say target my unbowed dude. It just says target my dude with naval. I could name about dudes.
Glory of the Empire was the previous set it was in.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a Samurai Celestial switch over.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ran it then because they had like good
20 Festival, Celestial, Onyx Edition, and Samurai.
Yeah. All right, call battle. Going back in the deck.
That is one of 3 that are straighten your person. Any open straighten personalities. That Ring of Air and Ivory Magistrate Outpost. If you have Magistrate.
And creating order if you come to Austin.
There is Powerful Motivation, which straighten one to target followers if you're running a lot of followers. But hey, whatever. That's a battle action though.
Creating order is a really good card, I hear.
Oh my god!
I have heard that as well.
Like,
but yeah, so 3
Game of Dice,
three open,
you get
3
Bamboo
open
Harvesters. Card draw comes back. Oracle of the Void.
Oh, Oracle of the Void.
You get province refills. You get card draw.
And if you can somehow straighten it, you get both.
You don't need to run like 40 cards to do the one thing Oracle of the Void does.
Actually, oh my god.
Literally like a third of my Lion deck is just card draw. And I can run so many more things when I can run Oracle.
The Armor of the Manus is so good for that because Bow of the Manus straighten your holding so you get both abilities each turn. That's worth 16 gold, right?
14?
14.
Actually, probably.
Yeah.
The derp is strong here in Austin.
It's extended. What do you want? I get Cavalry Naval Guy for 7 gold for 4 force.
God, fuck.
What?
Nothing.
If he calves, he's not naval.
That's true. If he calves, he's not able.
Anything?
But you know what? That's fine. He has calf.
I mean, the followers have to have a calf for him, but, calf.
That's fine. I got a 5 gold force or 5 force cavalry follower. That's range 3.
That card, like...
Oh, by the way, like a card that I saw that was really, I think, this is just why do you have a keyword on this card? So there's a crane personality that has a Kensai keyword, right?
But he can only attach one weapon.
Yes, and it says in his text like he can only have one weapon.
So because he was part of the same set that the Kensai chain came out in, so they wanted Crane to be able to do it. I don't know why.
For draft and limited.
I guess so. Because there are.
I guess he can still play off of the Kensai strategies and everything like that.
Like bow your target weapon if it's attached to a Kensai. Do something different. There you go.
Right, but it's
actually that would be kind of awesome. Give a lot more Kensai keywords out, and then just say this person not going to have one weapon attached.
What I'm looking forward to is our 20 Festivals release event. If we can get enough players, like Team Sealed would be amazing.
Oh, there was a somewhat of a errata that they kind of slipped under us in 20 Festivals or whatever. So you remember how certain attachments, certain weapon attachments just said weapon and say one-handed, two-handed, or whatever.
All the reprints now have weapon.
Yeah, all the reprints, the ones that just have weapon on it, it has a subtext on it. Weapons, you can only attach one weapon. So just as the crane, stuff like that, you can't have 2 of those.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they updated Tiger's Claw to be like a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, no, the ones that are reprinted have the new either one-handed or two-handed.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, there is a... let me find it, and I will...
Oh, I'm pulling up Tiger's Claw right now, because I know that was reprinted for reasons.
Card type.
So you could naval melee 3 something?
If I was going the melee route. Tiger's Claw is a ninja one-handed weapon. They updated it.
No. That one says one-handed on it.
Okay.
And Justice didn't get reprinted.
No, but
Fubatsu Blade would probably have the reminder.
So there is a 3-1. There is a 3-1 that is printed in 20 Festivals.
Fubatsu Blade.
Yes, that one only has the weapon keyword on it.
No, that's the old version. They have not updated the Oracle image with the 20 Festival one.
I think they have by now.
Possibly, but yeah, the old Fubatsu Blade was from some Celestial
Imperial gift.
Back when you could only have one weapon attached.
No, this one has the dual bugs on it.
A personality can only have one weapon, but it is a one-handed weapon. So...
Okay. I might have been reading that wrong then.
Yeah. I mean, and anyone else that's not a Kensai can only have a one-handed weapon. Or one weapon no matter what.
Yeah. Right.
You know how they get around this situation where they can start giving out the Kensai keyword more? Just make all weapons two-handed. And they can just start appropriately forcing people.
I am not a fan of the one-handed, two-handed rule. I think it adds it weakens the Kensai keyword for not a lot of benefit. Like, the flavor reason is that it was dumb that a Kensai could equip 2 bows.
Or 2 polearms.
Well, except in the RPG, like, you have the moto.
Basically getting to do two...
Well, the moto do that because they're on the
3-for-2s.
horseback.
No, the moto can do that while they're just walking around. Like, do you want to carry 2, like Ono? Sure, whatever. Do you want to carry around 2 Basentos? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. That's the moto.
Gaijin fighting techniques or whatever. But, so I think that Kensai with the one-handed, two-handed rule has been just notably not as strong a keyword, regardless of like not having the protection it did in the older arcs, because there were Kensai cards that gave you protection for investing 1 million gold into 1 unit, which is kind of why we see now when super units don't have the protection they did in Celestial and Emperor, Swarm becomes very, very strong because investing 20 gold into a unit becomes a lot less viable.
Well, it's a lot harder to take care of someone that also has, above 5 force, unless you have bow actions. And bow actions that go through attachments, which is very rare.
There are lots of send home.
Well, Send Home took care of old super units anyways, unless you had Worm Bones. Like, Worm Bone was just... Don't even start on Worm Bones.
It was the best.
See, that's why you had to have Nakaro, because you had Worm Bones.
And Nakaru just didn't care.
Exactly.
Nakaru just did not even pretend.
I was like, hey there, Mr. Double Worm Bone guy. You want to come over here and party? No? Want to stay home? Okay. Just be...
Anyway.
Want to have this conversation?
One of the things I didn't want to announce, because we have video on this podcast, are prizes for the Austin Kotei. So one of the things we've been working on as part of the 20th anniversary celebrations is I've been working with a stable of artists, both from the sort of present of L5R and from L5R's past, to create a series of playmats for our attendees. So there's 9 playmats, 1 for each clan, and 1 for the honor winner. Artists that we've collected works from include Drew Baker, Steve Argyle, Carl Frank, Ben Peck. The list really goes on, and it's been a really big process to get a lot of these older pieces to come back, because I really want to try and sort of bring in the history of L5R for the Kotei. So I want to show off 2 of the mats that we've gotten as part of this process. These are both from Ben Peck. Let's start off with the Scorpion playmat. This is a triptych that some of the old school players may recognize. That is Bayushi Aramasu, the traitorous son of Bayushi Aramoro. This art is from the Hidden Emperor arc. Peter is showing it very awesomely there.
Thank you, Vanna.
This art was originally a triptych in the cards, and Ben was able to give us the full image here. I think it looks great. He signed it here at the bottom, and it's really, really wonderful. The second piece is very famous for all of our Crab Clan players. This is Hida Yakumo Experience 2 from Time of the Void. This is the Crab Clan Thunder version of Hida Yakumo, where he is holding the power of the Jade Hand, having cut off the infamous Yakumo's claw. And he's wielding a giant spiked mace, because those are awesome.
Because some days you just need a mace.
And Ben has signed this piece as well. So
who are all the artists that you're getting stuff from?
So the total list is Jonathan Moore for Shiba Kentaro. Shiba Kentaro, as most of you guys know, is a tribute piece to our friend Josh Davis, a San Antonio Phoenix player who has been around since I started the game, and who died of cancer last year. Is a really big part of not only the sort of local L5R community here, but really for the Phoenix clan in general. So I thought it was really appropriate that his piece be chosen for the Phoenix. We're using Kamoko's avatar from Drew Baker for the unicorn.
Because it's sweet art.
It's really cool. You know, I talked to a lot of Unicorn players about the choice. It's Komoko riding her horse across the sky with like a trail of fire behind her. It looks great. The Spider are also getting a Drew Baker piece with Daigotsu from Web of Lies. It's just a fantastic piece of sort of Daigotsu in his chambers in the City of the Lost. It's, I think, one of the most iconic images of a character who's had quite a few of them. And it really, I think, communicates kind of what attracts a lot of people to the Spider, that kind of dark power. I was really, really happy to work with Carl Frank to get the art for the Time of the Void Doji Hoturi. Doji Hoturi from Time of the Void is one of the more expensive cards to obtain in the LFR secondary market. Hoturi is a very popular character from the game's history. The art is great. The art is among just the best art the game's ever had. Carl's style is really one of a kind, and it looks beautiful. Steve Argyle is providing Togashi Satsu Experienced 4 from Samurai Edition. So it is Satsu in his dragon form coiled around a tower. You know, there's a lot of great Satsu imagery from April Lee and Steve Argyle. A lot of people really dig the fire-breathing Godzilla Satsu from Lotus. But I think in terms of what looks really good on a playmat and what kind of communicates the sort of nature of Satsu as a character, I really, really enjoy the look of Satsu XP4.
I think we have Randy Gallegos. Is it Randy Gallegos'?
That was also a really cool. So Randy Gallegos did all of the art for Toturi.
Mm-hmm.
Toturi is the Lion Clan Thunder, the leader of Toturi's army. The guy who kills Fu Lang on the second day of Thunder becomes the emperor, and one guy basically drew all of Toturi's art, and that guy was Randy Gallegos. He hasn't done a lot of work recently for the game, but I was able to get in touch with him, and we got the full art from. He had to get it from an old, I think they call it a transfer, because a lot of the art that we're talking about here was before artists made digital copies, and we're talking art that was made in the mid and late '90s. So we're not talking like scanners with great color penetration, right? We're talking like people had to go into their closets and dig out physical copies of this art.
Drawing straight into Photoshop wasn't a thing yet.
Right.
So the Randy Gallegos piece is Toturi from Time of the Void. It's him riding a horse. It's the last version of Toturi that did not have the Emperor keyword. Along with Hideyakumo and Doji Hoturi, I think they're kind of these really big, iconic thunders.
What do we get from Manus?
Oh, come on, Manji.
Was it Yoritomo?
It is Yoritomo. It's by the guy who originally did Yoritomo, who just came back to the game, Jason Benke. Jason Benke has just come back. He did Kokujin and Quills of Madness, and he's done a few other pieces throughout Ivory Edition, but he was the original artist for Yoritomo. And there's a...
I did like that art, Kokujin.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's got this great atmosphere. Benke's pieces always have this kind of really cool look to them. They don't look like anybody else's art. They're a lot darker. They're a lot more kind of impressionistic than a lot of other artists. It's not nearly as realistic in style.
Which Yoritomo art did you get?
There's a really easy to get version of Yoritomo Experience 2, where he's got the Mantis border and whatnot. But the original Yoritomo Experience 2 art was also from Time of the Void. And I've never seen it on the other versions of that card. It's only in that printing of it. And Jason, because he is completely amazing, actually still had that.
Nice.
That was actually the first piece we got.
Is it this one?
No, look up, go to the Time of the, that's Yoritomo.
It's not XP2, is it?
It is. Like on here, it had XP2 and then XP2 KYD. Those are the only XP2 ones that they have.
look at Yoritomo. It might be XB.
That is apparently still the same.
No,
Well, Yoritomo-
you're not looking. You're. It's in the Time of the Void set. It's he's
Oh, is it that
standing
one?
on like. No,
That first one?
no.
No?
He's standing on like a pile of bodies. He's in that classic pose with the two comma, like that one. And there's blood dripping from the edges,
Oh yeah, there is.
and that's on none of the other versions of
Everything
that
else
card.
is a lot cleaner.
Yes. Well, and they have the Mantis border, and it's a very.
Well, actually, Jade Edition had the same one.
But it's not as like close in as the. It's actually brighter on.
Actually, Jade Edition's a little bit darker
Yeah, it's brighter on the.
on Time of the Void.
Yeah,
Because you had
but
arrows
it's
sticking out of them.
yeah, it's a Slayer album cover, which is just wonderful for
Nice.
Yoritomo. There was really no other choice for who the Mantis mat would be. I think,
Well, there's choices, but
but.
we know who Monty's favorite clan is.
Yeah, and I really like that art because I think it's not commonly seen for the character,
That's true.
and it looks on a full playmat size just mind blowing. Green crab, dragon, lion,
Phoenix,
phoenix,
unicorn.
scorpion, spider, unicorn.
It's just, what's the honor one?
So the honor one is one of my favorite art pieces in the game. So in Celestial Edition, they did 10,000th card was the Moment of Destiny
Oh yeah,
or
exciting moment.
Sighting Moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the Sighting Moment, they had lots of different alt art versions made. There's like one in a set, and one you had to go to Gen Con to get, and one you had to like work at the company to get, and whatnot. And all various artists from throughout the game's history did versions. The coolest looking one, and my personal favorite, is Drew Baker's Second Day of Thunder. It depicts the Seven Thunders in battle against
Against
Fu Lang.
Fulang, yeah.
And Kachiko's hairpins are stuck in his like bleeding eyes, and he's like got his hand in Hoturi's chest, and you can see behind him the Ronin Toturi coming in with a sword. In the background has Komoko kind of like standing against the wall, and
Tori's sword through his chest.
yeah, Yakumo on the ground with Hitomi looking down at him. It's
Everybody's kind of fucked up.
the Second Day of Thunder did not go super well, you guys. But it's this great piece. I think it's going to be wonderful for our honor contest winner. And we're working on lots more prizes as well. But I wanted to use kind of this episode to let you guys know that we have these plans in mind. I do want to throw a special shout out to all the artists who I've named who are providing art for this. They've been professional and wonderful. Drew Baker has printed most of the playmats. He is, as most of you guys know who've talked to him and worked with him, an incredible guy. Just to, above and beyond his art, which is past iconic for the game. Nobody will forget Hida Daizu because of Drew Baker. And
It also helps that he didn't, put Daizu in just every picture that he did for Crab. That was a fun drinking game back in the days. Like, oh, Drew Baker did a Crab piece,
and he's in contentious terrain. What else could he put back in his return piece than Hida Daizu? So I want to give a shout out to all those guys. Many of these artists have websites where you guys can go and get playmats. I really recommend that you do, because all of our artists are some of the coolest guys to just talk to, and it's a really awesome feeling to be able to talk about your kind of your favorite pieces and the stuff that gets you really excited for the game. So that is going to wrap up our 20 Festivals / Kotei review episode, as well as Salt and Vinegar episode of
my favorite type of chips. What do you want?
I'm not surprised.
So I'm calling this episode Salt and Vinegar.
And we will end this episode the way we end every episode with an Oots
Bonsai!
Thanks, everybody.